Hi, I'm Liz Rice from Aqua Security, and in this video I just wanted to say thank you to all the really great folks who have made contributions to our open source projects. What I thought I'd do is just run through some of the pull requests in Kubebench and highlight some that have been really amazing and we've been really grateful for. But to be honest, we love all the pull requests. Even just correcting a typo in a README is really valuable. So please do feel free to carry on contributing. So Kubebench is a tool that we wrote to run tests against a Kubernetes cluster to see if it complies with the CIS Kubernetes benchmark. And that benchmark tells you if your cluster is set up or if the nodes individually are configured according to security best practices. So let's just find, there's a few pull requests that I particularly thought we could highlight today, and I wanted to sort of say thank you for. There's obviously quite a few pull requests from myself and the team. But here is one from someone outside of Aqua, Florent Delanoy. It actually looks like I didn't merge this one, but I did merge it under a different PR up here. I just needed to make a couple of other changes. But essentially, Florent did all the work to make it possible to run the tests if your Kubernetes is configured using config files, JSON or YAML format config files, rather than simply having all the parameters specified on the executable command line. So that was a huge improvement to Kubebench, and it means that it works on a much broader range of platforms. So we're super grateful to Florent for that contribution. Actually, this one right here is also another great contribution from Cyril Tavena. So thank you for this one. This is masternode detection. So the CIS spec has different specifications, different benchmarks that it would run on a master node or on a regular worker node. And until this contribution, you had to specify which of those tests you wanted to run. But with this, it automatically detects whether it's running on a master, and then Kubebench can run the appropriate set of tests automatically. I think let's go on to page 2, and here's a fix by Weston Steinmel. So this was essentially a bug fix where there was no need to try to auto-detect the running version if you've manually specified the version of Kubernetes that you're testing against. So that was a really useful change. Here's an example of something Spencer Owen made a change to our README to warn about the fact that it doesn't run on OS X. Really useful. And there's a couple of other like README changes here by Colin Gilles. So again, and here another typo fix. All these changes add up and we really appreciate them. Here's an improvement to an actual test. So obviously we do our best to try to make the tests match what's in the CIS spec, and occasionally there are bugs in that. And here's some improvements in a particular test that related to configuring the TLS cipher suites. Here's another example of by Johannes Schoeman for fixing a typo or correcting the README. And here's another example of a fix by Nick Perry fixing, if I recall, yes, this is correcting one of the tests in the benchmark. So we really appreciate all of these folks who've taken the trouble to make these changes. And if you have any questions, if you want to reach out, we'd love to sort of hear from you, get your feedback. And if you want to work on a PR, we would absolutely love it. If you're here, do swing by and ask my colleagues for stickers. Thank you so much to everyone who contributes to open source in general and the Aqua security projects in particular.